we just wanted to get on here and share with you guys how our home renovations are going. How do you think they're going, babe?
Slow right now.
Aside from slow, we think that HGTV, and which we love, and all kind of other outlets, even before and after pictures that I share, make it seem like it's an easy process, and you don't get to see everything that goes wrong. So we just wanted to get on here and tell you guys a little bit about all of the things that have gone wrong so far.
Everything's going wrong.
I was gonna say, what do you think is the biggest thing that's gone wrong? Or do you want to start from the beginning?
Well, we started off pretty good. Shout out to Mr. Barry Nose. He took down the cabinets and everything. He got us on a good start, I can say that.
Okay, so when he got ready to take down the cabinets, this was weekend one, first weekend, my dad was here with us. When he got ready to take down the cabinets, he said, you know, I think the plumbing to the dishwasher and the sink might be running through one of these cabinets that y'all plan on eliminating. He wasn't home from work yet. So I'm looking at him and I'm like, well, and then my dad's like, you don't seem too concerned. And I'm like, because if that's the case, what are we gonna do about it? We've already ordered the cabinets. The kitchen has been redesigned. We have, it used to go around like this, and we'll share photos. We're taking out the side part so that there's a freestanding island. So my dad goes to knock everything out, and just like he said, the whole plumbing was in the cabinet going around instead of underground. So we had to make probably what was our 10th Home Depot or Lowe's run that weekend to go rent some loud machine. Our neighbors probably hate us drilling like this into the concrete.
Second loudest machine.
Second loud machine.
Before we had this jackhammer thing that was taking up all the tile, that dust spread it everywhere. It was a mess.
So then what did y'all have to do with the wiring and the plumbing?
Okay, we destroyed our house. We put a vein looking like hole going towards the plumbing. So what we did was take a couple of PVC piping, running through that vein once we got that hole into the ground. And I was very scared at the time because my mother always had this plotting in my head that the foundation of
the whole house gonna collapse.
The whole house is gonna collapse. Now you gotta
That's what his mom had us thinking.
This is our first experience with a home, and this is our first baby, so I didn't really want to see a hole being drilled into the floor. Into
the concrete at the bottom of the house.
I didn't want to do it myself, so Barry did it, and I kept an eye on him the whole time.
And he said, bro, my daughter has to live here. You think I'm gonna half do it when my daughter has to live here? Watching him, he was watching him. So they ran the pipes through the ground. So that was problem number one that they solved pretty quickly. Ran the pipes through the ground that the wiring can go through the pipes. And then after my dad left, he had to fill it with concrete and seal it and everything. That was problem number one. What would you say is problem number two?
It didn't say it would just come up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The machine we rented out, the tip of it broke.
We broke Home Depot's machine.
Good thing we had insurance. We broke
Literally
the machine.
broke the scraper. They gave us two, we broke one.
It set us hours back, and I think our neighbors don't like us. It's just drilling, making all kind of noise. You know, tile makes a loud noise.
Yeah.
When you're throwing it or tossing it around, it makes all kind of noise.
Well, to give you an idea of the noise level, we had to wear earplugs. So while we're using the machine to break up the tile, we had to wear earplugs. Walked into the house with them doing it without earplugs in, I got an instant headache. My head was hurting for the rest of the night.
I don't know how they slept because I stayed up all night drilling and taking up tile with this machine, and it was rocking the whole world. So I didn't go to sleep until like 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, he's been really putting in work, y'all. I'm very appreciative. And the tile's coming out great. Those perfect cuts over there. He's already started going into there. But here's the thing. So he took off a week from work. We thought that the tile was gonna take a week. We're going into week 3, I think.
No, that's week 2. This is my first week back. No, week 2. Week 2.
Okay, so week 2. Going into week 2. We had deadlines set up for fabrication for the countertops, the installation of the countertops, all of that. We've had to move it back. We were getting into it a little bit because we were both frustrated. And then I finally said, look, whenever it happens, it happens. You're doing an amazing job. It's coming out great. Everything gets pushed back. We have to live in here. It's not HGTV. Things don't happen overnight. And it's okay. In the midst of that, we ordered a sink. Tell them how you like the sink that came.
Oh, the sink came. It was very light, so I lifted it up, put it on a table, opened it up, and the color it looked like it was painted.
So here's the deal with the sink. Because we're getting a farm sink, the sink has to be installed with the cabinets before the people will come and do the fabrication to prepare for the installation of the quartz countertops. So we're already delayed because of the tile. Now we're delayed more because the sink that came in, that fabrication depends on, is a sink that this perfectionist doesn't like. The sink that he wants takes 5 weeks to come. So now we're looking at minimum of 5 weeks, even if we finish the tile early, minimum of 5 weeks to get our house back to normal. So it's not just kitchen, guys. We've ripped up the whole first floor. So it looks crazy down
Every
there.
time we go downstairs.
His mom says she'll come over when it's all done. She hasn't been to visit us since first demo weekend.
I wanted to look like a classic, stylish, but modern sink. When the sink came in, you would think somebody painted it. It didn't look like it's natural copper material. So I was looking for that natural copper material because it will match all the hinges and stuff that we was buying for hardware for the cabinets.
So long story short, the sink came and he hated it. So now we need another sink. And he's going back to his original sink, which rush order takes 5 weeks.
Yeah.
So all of our construction, we won't have the kitchen till at least 5 weeks out. So speaking of sinks, so he's like, ask your mom what your mom thinks of it. So my mom's like, use the Diptyque app, put everything side by side because this sink needs to go with this custom hood that we've ordered from some people in Texas on Etsy, okay? I'll put the link to their Etsy shop below. So this custom hood is like a deep brown and light gold, right? So the copper was supposed to look kind of gold to go with the hood. So he asked my mom, we're sending my mom the pictures. And my mom is like, oh, we sent her a picture of the one that he wants, which is now 5 weeks out. The one that came, we put it next to the hood and the countertops, put it all together on the app. And my mom said, well, neither one of the sinks are gonna work. The copper sink that y'all just got, you need to send that back. And the rose gold custom sink that he wants, that's not gonna work either. She said it's gonna clash. Get you a light gold sink or get you a plain stainless steel farm sink because it's just gonna go with the appliances. Mom, I would like to tell you that he has chosen to disregard that tip from you and he's gonna order the rose gold sink.
I just got faith in what
So we're gonna be getting the rose gold sink.
Oh, well, I think I know.
And guess what? If he doesn't like it, and you were right, Mom, we can't send it back because it's custom order. The last one that came, we were able to return it. It was from a different company, not custom order. So that's where we are with that. So now, since I just ragged on him.
But the thing is, if that sink isn't the color, it's a natural copper. It's real copper.
Rose gold is not natural.
But it's a natural material. So we can take that sink and dip it.
So you're gonna pay $1,400 for a sink before the rush shipping fee is added to it to only change it. Okay. But listen.
Whatever it takes.
Since I ragged on him about his decision with the sink, it's only right that I tell y'all where I messed up. It's a pretty big one. So there's a house in the front of the community, right? And it's a beautiful, modern, light gray and white with a navy door. It's the only house in our community, in our subdivision, that's that color. And I love that house. I love the color, love how it looks. It's beautiful. So when it came time for us to send the HOA approval documents, pick our color, I'm like, I want the same color of the house up front. He was like, oh, babe, I don't really know about that. I don't know if it's going to look right. I don't know. He was against the blue door, so we painted a white door, no big deal. But he did make his reservations known from the beginning about the color maybe not working. Well, so this week we paid to get the house painted, and guess what? The color does not look that great. But let me tell you why. Because I know you're thinking it's gray and white, like the house up front. If the house up front looks so nice, why doesn't ours look nice? Well, our house is covered in bricks. The whole front of the house is covered in bricks.
Red brick.
Red bricks. Red brown bricks. So in my mind, that house up front looks beautiful. Our house is gonna look like that one. Well, Jaquise, the house up front don't have no bricks. And we have a whole bunch of bricks.
I like bricks.
So I was a bit disappointed. He was very nice about it. He didn't say I told you so, but I was a bit disappointed. Shout out to our painter because he did a great job. It's Athens Painting here in Orlando, but I just did not pick the best color. So now we are researching lime washing or whitewashing our bricks so they look more gray, so that they go with the house better, which we're happy with that now because we think it'll look nice. We're gonna paint the window frames black, but in the meantime, the paint job is pretty lackluster.
Mm-hmm. Now my idea for the bricks are to paint it, well, to gray wash it first and then whitewash it, so it has a tint of gray behind the white. She doesn't agree with that right now. But
I just think it's a waste of time. Why are we gonna paint the bricks only to whitewash on top of them? We just whitewash on top of them.
Because
I
the
mean,
red
paint it then
will
whitewash.
sneak under that white.
Okay, I'm gonna listen. Okay, so
She wants to do it. She wants us to do it, or me to do it.
I'm gonna help. Can you tell them how big of a help I was with the tile? With the moving of the tile.
With the moving of the tile? Oh,
yes,
yes. I had a great idea. Let's tell about that. I had a great idea of moving this couple ton of tile, because we got 2,000 square feet down there of tile. And I'm talking about tile from everywhere, from every closet down there, from every nook and cranny. It's tile, pieces of tile everywhere. So we have like 10 boxes full of tile, 10 large boxes from the U-Haul. So my idea was, hey, let's go to the U-Haul, get these boxes, stack the tile in them. We don't have to move them exactly right now. We can have them in the center wherever the piles of tile are at, and get this tile in the boxes because we need to get the area clean. The surface has to be clean before we put more tile down. So that worked. Everybody agreed to that idea.
Great idea.
So we woke up the next morning, tiles in the boxes. Now it's time to move the tile out of the areas,
so
out of the way.
The floor can be tiled with the new tile.
So I can prep the floor, level it and do all I need as far as getting it then set with a new tile. We need to make room. Okay. So my idea was we have a big area in the back with the pool. Let's put all these boxes in the back area. That didn't work for her.
Why though?
Early in the morning, my idea was to get up at 6 o'clock. She's like, oh, we could do this at 7 o'clock. before she has to go to
Get
work.
ready for work.
She has to go to work at 9 o'clock, and I'm like, man, it's just me and you. I don't think we're gonna be able to do this. Her idea was to put the tile in the back, in the front, not in the back.
Side note, because we already had junk from removing the kitchen cabinets in the front of the house anyway. We already got all this junk in the front of the house. Why are we gonna we use a hand cart, by the way. Why are we gonna use a hand cart to lift the boxes and move them to the back of the house when moving them back to the front might damage the new tile? In my mind, we already got junk out front. Let's move the boxes out front with the other junk. That way we're not moving them backwards, only to move them forward again.
Trust in your man, ladies and gentlemen. I had a great idea. To get up early in the morning to do this, even if it was her idea. We proceeded to move the tile to the front, and I thought this was a bad idea because, one, we just got this grass put in. The grass, we waited a week for this grass, and I fixed the water hose, and the water hose are active right now.
The water sprinklers?
the water sprinklers are active right now. They are spraying everywhere. They're spraying the debris that we have outside. So they're going to be spraying these boxes that have this tile in it until we're ready to get this tile in. So I was like, you know what? If I can't tell her, she's going to learn by experience. So we get our first box out there. Didn't go too bad. Second box.
Well,
box started ripping apart. And our neighbors are getting tired of us already. We got junk in front of our yard.
Likes us.
We're making all kind of noise. They don't like us.
Got one neighbor that like us.
He like us after that machine went back. But yeah, so we're up 7 o'clock in the morning. She's trying to make it work, and that second box didn't make it.
Well, the second box kind of made it, but anyway, you could see it was pretty apparent at that point that it wasn't a good idea, because if it rained, the boxes would kind of come apart. So then we went back to his original plan and put them in the back. But meanwhile, like 3 days later, after it rained, one of the whole boxes came apart, and the tile pieces were on the grass. The whole box was like it disintegrated.
Like you just don't care.
So that's
don't debate ideas.
In a nutshell, that's how our renovations are going. So wish us luck, and hopefully we'll be done before Christmas, because we have an annual Christmas party that we're thinking about having as a Christmas / engagement party this year. So hopefully it'll be done before then. You have anything else you want to add?
I have faith in us. I think we're going to get through this.
Well, I would like to add, I have to give him kudos again, because I know that this kitchen is going to come out great whenever it's done. And because I have such exquisite taste, everyone's going to think that it was all me. But it really was all him. Custom hood, his idea. I was fine with above the range microwave. Waterfall island, his idea. The back cabinets are going to be ivory. The one with the island is chocolate, his idea. Farm sink, his ideas.
The ivory, you picked the ivory. You picked the ivory. You picked the kind of the
style. I did pick the style, but it was your idea to have 2 different colors.
Well, because you originally wanted all white cabinets, and I was like, we can't do all white cabinets because fingerprints and stuff will be everywhere.
You said no one's gonna clean them, but
and no one's gonna clean them. I wanted something that's gonna last through the years, so I was like, let's go half and half. Let's put the island, which is, I believe, it's gonna get touched more chocolate, and whatever in the background, it can be a light color.
Oh, that was your compromise.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. So that's where we stand. So we are going to start this YouTube channel and give you guys an inside look at all of our renovations, our wedding planning, and a bunch of other things. So it'll be something on here for everybody. He's a tattoo artist, so I'm sure you guys will get some videos on that, which will be fun. I'm a realtor, and we both do some other big things as well, but we'll get into that another time. So we'll definitely include videos of everything that's going on, and if you guys have any questions or anything you think we should talk about, let us know.
Yeah, anything. You talk about anything. We like to debate.
I should have went to law school. All right, thanks for watching.